Well, warm-up's going on for the final rotation. The Australians are on the floor, and this is what we've been looking forward to. Alana Slater with her new floor routine. Do I still call Australia home? This is one she's been working on for the Olympics, so that's going to be something to see. And of course, things looking very promising at the moment. The Aussies leading the team from Ukraine, who finished 4th at the World Championships, as their first competitor prepares now for the vault.
And she starts with a Sugihara type vault, half on, half off, and I think it was supposed to be a layout front off, but she tucks the legs considerably. Half on, half off. Now if she calls one vault, for example, as a layout and ends up doing a tuck, there's a 1/10 deduction, plus she gets judged out of the lower start value. And she does the same vault again. She's supposed to do 2 different vaults. That one looked more like a deliberate tuck. Hand placement, there's the half on. Tucking very early. Half turn, tuck off.
Well, the first score for the Ukraine on vault, 9.066. Belarus moved to the beam, and after the disaster on bars, you'd think things can't get much worse. You'd hope things can't get much worse for these girls, but beam, always a very difficult piece of apparatus, and already problems here.
Yes, probably a 2/10 deduction on that mount. Deductions range from 1 to 3/10 for minor errors, and of course 5/10 for a fall. Nice change leap through to a little stag Sissone. Front salto, changement. A little bit too much hesitation between those 2 elements. The judges will be thinking whether they'll be awarding her the connection or not. Very tough on the connections, whether they're too slow or not. Overbalance on that full turn. So lots of little deductions throughout this routine. Double tuck dismount or awkward landing.
Well, at least she managed to stay on, and that is an improvement. They just don't look at all happy, these girls.
Nice and high. A lot of the girls have their knees apart in the dismount. That's from all 3 teams.
And the score for Zazovskaya, 8.675. The first Australian on floor is Brooke Walker. A very consistent competition. Let's see if she can finish off with a strong routine here on the floor.
Two and a half twist punch front, very nice. Straddle jump full, straddle jump full, sometimes called popa. Whip, double pike, tiny bit low on the actual landing. Nice jump combination. Girls have to show a combination of either 3 gymnastic elements in a row or a mixed gymnastic and acrobatic elements in a row. One of the special requirements for floor. Good double pike to finish. A beautiful routine from Walker.
It's a terrific routine and a great way to kickstart the Aussies on the floor.
Good girl, okay? Pull that lift the pike double around well, okay? Rest of it, very, very good. Good girl, okay.
Certainly very positive feeling in the Aussie camp at the moment.
Yes, there's very good rapport between all of the girls at the moment. Coaches are working well together. There's 2.5 twist punch front. Really hardly any deduction on that line at all. Here's the whip double pike. Mark talking about pulling it round very hard, and he's right. It's a little bit short, but most importantly, she did land on her feet and finishing much better technique double pike at the end of the routine.
And it's a 9.525 for Brooke Walker.
And now on vault, representing Ukraine.
Well, that keeps the pressure on the Ukrainians. Olga Teslenko is the next to go on the vault.
Ukraine's normally quite strong on vault, but they're missing 2 of their team members who actually came out to Australia and unfortunately injured themselves in a couple of days prior to the competition. Normally Teslenko wouldn't be used in the vaulting lineup, but we're only having 4 girls today to contest the team event. They've used Teslenko, and a handspring front tuck is a really very, very easy vault. 9.3 start value only. So this is not normal strength for Ukraine on vaulting at all. Second vault here. And spring front pike. Lands on her feet, but really she's quite low, landing close-ish to the horse. Handspring front pike's only a 9.5 start value. Early pike, not enough opening out before she lands.
And her score, a 9.116. Back across on beam. And Tatiana Yarganova.
Solid mount. Series here, flip layout, flip. So far looking quite solid. Oops, oh dear, that's a
nasty
horrible fall. Quite unusual to see that sort of a mistake on a front salto, really.
It's got to get the heart rate going a little bit. It must be very hard to get back on and straight back into things.
Yeah, they've only got 10 seconds to compose themselves and get back to start the routine, so it's not long to collect your thoughts. Double tuck. Now that's a real shame, that front salto, because the rest of the routine was quite solid. And I'd have to say it probably is an unusual mistake for her. Here's the hard part of the routine, the series. A little bit sideways, but balance-wise not too bad. And let's watch the feet on this. Just 1 foot slips off. Lucky to save herself without really doing a damage. Pretty good dismount.
And it's an 8.925 for Yarganova, the end of her competition today.
I think the Belarus coaches are tearing their hair out today.
And next on floor,
Lisa Skinner stepping onto the floor now.
Lisa Skinner.
We've talked about Alana Slater with a new routine. Lisa also is showing us her new routine for the first time.
And it really is outstanding. I've had a sneak preview during training. It's just wonderful. Beautifully high triple twist. Two and a half twist punch front out of the floor area, unfortunately. Change leg side leap through to Shushin over half turn. Full twist forwards into a Shushin over jump.
Showing good work with the upper body and the dance elements.
And a triple turn into a jump. Double pike. Oh dear. Too short on that last part.
Let's hope she hasn't done herself any damage there. That was a real shame about that final pass because the rest of the routine was really lovely.
It's very difficult when they have a new floor routine to remember all the dance and put the tumbling in. It takes a while for it to be automatic, and maybe that's just the reason why she fell on that last line. First performance of this routine in major competition. There's that really high triple twist, feet pretty square on the landing.
Really interesting choreography too that we're seeing from all of the Australian girls.
It's been a strategy of the national coach to really push on the choreography. Here's the double pike, little bit low, not enough rotation at the beginning.
And the score for Lisa Skinner, a 9.050. Olga Roshapkina on vault.
And a full twist onto the vault, back tuck off. Now that's a very rare vault. It's only just starting to be used internationally. It's a round off, or it's a Yushchenko style vault. A round off onto the ball, but she fits a full twist in before the horse and a back tuck off. Traditionally these vaults don't get quite the same repulsion off the horse. It's hard to get the same amount of height. And this time she's going to try the same vault, but with a pike in the post flight. Full twist on, pike off, that's better height and well controlled.
Well, they needed something special from their team leader here, and they've got it. Good performance there from Roshapkina.
It's a very complex vault. Not much time to fit that full twist in. Hit the horse in a good position and be confident to push off and do this post flight. You can see she's a tiny bit short on the full twist as she hits the vault, but not enough for a very big deduction there.
And rewarded with a 9.425. Back across on beam in a Poklinskaya, preparing for Belarus.
Front salto, nice high wolf jump. The wolf jump is the one where the leg is out straight at the front and the bottom leg tucked underneath them. Flip, layout, flip. Oh, she's off. So 0.5 for the fall, and also missing out on the 0.1 for the connection bonus for that series. Again a flick with a wobble And it looks like she was going to connect it to that particular jump. So she's going to lose for the wobble and probably relying on that connection to get a start value up to 10. So it's like a double whammy. Change leg leap, wolf jump, 3/4, and once again a large wobble. They won't give her the connection bonus for that. So the beam start value plummeting just about every time she does an element here. Front salto, or hands on the beam, and that will be counted as a fall. Shame for Pocklinskaya because she's scored quite well on vault and bars, both in the 9s, a mid-8 on floor, but this beam routine's going to take her down in the standings for sure.
Well, trouble on the dismount as well.
Let's have a look at this series. She's all right there. Layout's off to one side. She can't rescue it.
And a disappointing score, a 7.9 for Pocklinskaya. Well, the crowd are pretty excited as Alana Slater steps onto the floor. Her new routine.
Certainly enjoyed working with choreographer Irina Milogradova. And double turn through to a Shushanova. Whip, 2.5 twist, punch front, beautifully done. Triple twist, almost all the way around. Double twist forwards. Very good double pike to finish. Crowd's happy.
And so is Alana Slater. Lovely performance here. A good day all round for her today.
Yeah. But you really tried hard to minimise. Didn't give up. Smile planted in there right at the judge. That was great. Stop. The triple. Front line was probably one of the best you've done in competition.
I really tried to wait.
Yeah, it was not bad, was it?
So here we have the first combination line, whip 2.5 front, and she goes straight into little dance connection. And the triple twist sometimes has trouble controlling that. Still a little deduction in there on the landing, but the control is improving. And the last line here, double pike. A little bit of room for improvement on the form there.
Well, it's a routine designed to win over the crowd in Sydney, and it's won over the judges here, a 9.575. Alona Kvasha next to go on vault for the Ukraine. In Australia, I think in a pretty comfortable position, you'd have to say, at this point of the competition.
Oh, handspring front layout. Not too bad. Knees slightly relaxed throughout the layout. Gets good height at the beginning, but the rotation just a little bit lacking. It's one of those vaults that require a lot of rotation and not so much height.
Now, she's the national vault champion.
Yes, and she's actually now the second girl in the world that we've seen. She's going to perform the Macintosh. And there's the front full. Lower than McIntosh's, but a little bit longer. She's a touch taller than Trudy is. And there's a stretch. She pikes it before she starts the front full. So she starts in a layout, pikes a little bit. There's the hands right at the front of the vault. Has to block it strongly. You'll notice a pike before she starts the front full and a little bit of a low landing.
It's still a pretty good score, a 9.566 for Kvasha.
And now from Belarus on beam, Alona Poliskova.
Poliskova next to go on beam.
Front salto changement to start. Just about all the girls using a front mount in this competition. I think McLaughlin's the only one we've seen using a back mount. Tuck jump, front salto combination. Slight hesitation before the wolf jump, however. Flip, Corbett full, very difficult combination. It's a wolf jump with a 3/4 turn. Oh, bad luck. She really hasn't had a very good outing today.
No, she's struggled from the first rotation, really. One score in the nines on the vault, but Poliskova doing it tough.
Yeah, apart from the dismount, the routine itself was very good. Here's the flick and a Corbett full twist out of that very, very difficult combination. She looks troubled, however. Looks okay on the takeoff, just too low on the landing.
But another score in the nines, a 9.025. So things could be worse. Back on the floor, Trudy McIntosh.
Of course, Trudy debuted this particular floor routine at the National Championships, which doubled as the Olympic test event. We've seen it before. We still love it. It's a fantastic composition. And that's a beautiful double layout. Only girl in the competition to show that skill. Doesn't take long for the crowd to get enthusiastic and clapping along to the music. Punch front. That's her back to front combination. They need to show one line that has saltos going in two different directions. To finish.
Oh, well done, Trudy McIntosh. It's another one that's going to be a big hit with the fans come the Olympics in September. There's no question about that.
Good control on the end, right? That's fine.
Here she goes in the first tumbling line. It's a double layout. We know she's been working that same skill with a full twist out. We're hoping to see it maybe at Olympic trials. Change leg side leap through to a wolf jump full turn and the Shushanova jump. It's a combination of 3 gymnastic elements. And her last line, a double pike. She performs it well. Steady finish.
And a 9.4 should be just enough to wrap it up for the Aussies. And that will be a big psychological advantage going into the Sydney Olympics. The last competitor now is Alexandra Croak for Australia. She's the 6th Australian performer on the floor, so her score won't count in the team competition.
First line, Arabian double front. Oh, she's short on that. Change leg side leap, wolf full, Shushanova half combination.
Such an elegant worker on the floor.
Two and a half. Oh, she misses her punch badly on that connection. She must have lost her orientation. All credit to her. She's still continuing well, putting effort into her choreography. Sometimes it's hard to show a lot of feeling after you've made mistakes like that, but she's still working beautifully. Double pike onto her feet at the end. Nice to see it finish well. Still manages a smile for the judges.
Yeah, her score won't count towards the Australian team here on floor. She's not at all happy, but really is a beautiful routine and it has great potential if she lands the tumbling lines.
Okay. That's okay. No, Bees. Relax, relax. We have some work to do. Okay? Calm down. You know you had the potential. We just have to do some more work. Okay? It's all right. It's all right.
Choreographer Irina Milogradova giving her Alex some comfort. And Arabian double front, very difficult element. Looks like she didn't really grab her legs tight enough on the double front, on the tuck. Could have done with a bit more rotation. And here's this 2.5 twist. She's way short and she is quite dead on the punch. And she really can't get that around at all. I think she suffered more of indignity than hurt on that. All credit to her, landing the last tumbling very well.
And the score for Alex, just a 7.625. Well, here's a look at the final standings, and what a fantastic result for Australia. 151.114 ahead of Ukraine and Belarus. So promising now when we look ahead towards the Sydney Olympics. Let's hear from Alana Slater.
Alana, you had a near perfect round today. The team won gold. How are you feeling?
Very good, thanks, but we've got a bit of work to do for tomorrow and hopefully we can all lift our standards just a little bit more, but we're really pleased with today.
You started really strongly on vault today. I think that's the best vault performance you've done probably since last World Championships.
It has been, yes, and I was very pleased that I could get out here and do it, especially in a hometown advantage, and going up last was very hard for myself, so I was really, really pleased that I could go out and do that.
Were you nervous before that last vault, the layout?
Yes, I was. I was quite nervous. I was really trying to concentrate on making sure I get my technique right and just telling myself I can do it over and over again.
Fantastic. Now on bars was where you had your only error for the evening, a little mishap at the end of the routine. What happened there?
I think I just maybe misjudged my kip caster handstand and really relaxed a little bit, so next time I'll make sure that I don't relax to that landing. So hopefully hopefully I'll do that tomorrow.
And that floor, your new floor routine, I still call Australia home. Have you gotten used to performing it? Obviously, you've performed it in control tests before, but this is the first time in a major competition.
It was really good, actually. The crowd was fantastic, and hopefully with more work with Irina, we'll put some more expression into it, and I'm really getting used to doing it. It's great fun being out there.
We're on countdown mode, a few weeks to Olympic trials, not so long to Olympic Games. What's going through your mind?
I'm really just taking it step by step, training session by training session, making sure I keep all my technique under control and really ironing out those minor little details.
Well done today, Alana. We look forward to seeing you in the all-around competition.
Thank you very much.
And did it feel good beating Ukraine this evening?
Yeah, well, they beat us last year at World Championships, so this is a good indication as to where we are at the moment.
Okay, 2.5 weeks to Olympic trials. Anything particular going through your mind?
Not really. I just kind of think about it when it comes, just like last time.
I was going to ask you about last time. Does it feel quite similar this lead-up or very different?
It's quite different, actually, because we've got Peggy as the national coach. She has a different style of doing things and of working, which, I don't know, Juping had different ideas and they're both going really well, so yeah.
All right, Lisa, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night and also in a couple of weeks' time at the Olympic trials.
Thanks.
Peggy, Australia came ahead of Ukraine tonight, but I want to know what your real feelings about our performances were.
Well, a win's a win, and we'll take it any day. However, we made too many mistakes, and we have a lot of work to do before trials and before the actual Olympic Games. So we'll go back to training camp and take care of it.
Were you surprised at the number of mistakes tonight, or were you sort of expecting it?
I was expecting it from the rookies, but I wasn't expecting it from our veterans. So, yeah, like Brooke Walker on bars was such an uncharacteristic mistake. Usually she's our nice, stable, beginning girl on bars. But in Zena McLaughlin, I certainly don't expect mistakes like that from a veteran like her. But with Alex and a couple of the other new ones, it was expected. And we took some calculated risks tonight. We threw some new vaults. Like, I was really happy with Alana Slater's new vault. So that gamble paid off. So, yeah, you've got to put them in an arena like this that the result doesn't really matter, as opposed to Olympic trials or Olympic Games. You don't want to experiment there. On floor, Trudy made some huge mistakes, like over-rotating a double layout, but what that tells me is she's ready to upgrade to the next step. And so we're going to take the mistakes and learn from them and make it better next time out.
And with Olympic trials 2.5 weeks away, Olympics 9 weeks away, do you think we've got enough time to really get it all together?
Definitely. Ukraine didn't have their top all-arounder here. I will concede that. However, she'll score about a 39. That's Victoria Karpenko. But that'll only add about 2 points to their score, and we beat them by more than that tonight. So it's definitely, that medal is getting a little closer, and I'm starting to smell it a little more now. It's more realistic to me now.
Yes, things certainly looking very positive for the Australian team with the Games just on 6 weeks away now. But this competition is by no means over yet. Be sure to join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. when we bring you Day 2 action, the battle for the all-around honours and the apparatus finals. I'm Anne-Marie Carey. I'll see you then.